Okay, so in spite of Kamala Harris being the first candidate not to show up to the Al Smith dinner since Walter Mondale, Trump had some fun with that in his monologue. Yeah, so you saw that went with him. He lost 49 states.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so she is the first one since Mondale not to do it. Okay, if you were gonna send in a video, I don't know if you should have done that at all. Just play it straight, man. Just play it straight. Making jokes or taking shots at Trump is just going to look cowardly because you didn't have the balls to say it in the room.
Right.
So how do you think a shot you take by videotape is going to play in the room where Trump actually showed up? That's one. Two, who the fuck remembers Molly Shannon's Mary Catherine Gallagher character at this point who's under 40? Who the hell even remembers that? Yeah, it was a popular character. It was never iconic. Like, sure, you could bring out the Blues Brothers today and it would be a thing. It's iconic. It's iconic to the culture. This shit made a movie, didn't go anywhere. Nobody remembers it anymore. The idea that you would do a bunch of in-jokes with Molly Shannon as that character and send it into this dinner that you didn't show up to with a couple of cracks about Trump. Wow. That was it was a lot of people are saying that was the most cringe 5 minutes of their life. It was terrible. All right, so let's take a look at it. It's really awful.
Your Eminence and distinguished guests, the Al Smith dinner provides a rare opportunity to set aside partisanship.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Gallagher. Mary Catherine Gallagher. It's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now I'm trying to record my speech for tonight's dinner.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my fingers under my arms and I simmer them like that. But that's gross.
So tell me something. I'm giving a speech. Do you have some thoughts about what I might say tonight?
My feelings about what you should say tonight would be best expressed in a monologue from one of my favorite made-for-TV series.
Okay, let's hear it.
Don't you see, man? We need a woman to represent us. A woman brings more heart, more compassion. And think how smart she must be to become a top contender in a field dominated by men. It's time for a woman, bro. And with this woman, we can fly.
What series was that from?
Oh, that's from House of Dragons, now streaming on HBO Max.
Is there anything that you think that maybe I shouldn't bring up tonight?
Well, don't lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness to thy neighbor.
Indeed, especially thy neighbor's election results.
Just so you know, there will be a fact checker there tonight.
Oh, that's great. Who?
Jesus. And maybe don't say anything negative about Catholics.
I would never do that, no matter where I was. That would be like criticizing Detroit in Detroit.
Does it bother you that
sick
Trump guy
burn.
insults you all the time? Because it really bothers my friends and me.
Oh, Mary Catherine, it's very important to always remember you should never let anyone tell you who you are. You tell them who you are.
Haters gonna hate. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Good for you, Mary Catherine.
Oh, yeah, okay. And also remember one more thing. Don't worry if you make a mistake, because Catholic people are very forgiving. Yeah, and also, one last thing I want to tell you, don't forget to say, superstar!
Thank you, Mary Catherine.
Thank you,
Remember
Kamala.
that?
Thank you.
Remember that? Remember she used to say superstar? I think they made a movie called Superstar. Remember that? Yeah, so they're appealing to the member berries of the 70 to dead audience for MSNBC there.
Yeah, so folks,
I don't
this
know
is
who
what,
else would have appreciated that.
This is what we call in the podcasting business anti-content.
Yeah.
Anti-content, where we show you something so bad and so unappealing and so unfunny, and then we comment on how bored and off-put we were by that, and we spin that into content. It's anti-content. That's what this is.
Anti-content. That's what we have graphs. We'll show them on the intermission.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Little inside baseball there. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to do some anti-content tonight.
No, and then you sent me that thing, and I didn't even understand what the guy was talking about because I hadn't seen this. But who was that? He was right. Like the mind of people working on her campaign who thought that was funny, who thought that would appeal to
Yeah.
somebody, who thought that was a good idea. Like you're talking about a character that was never, even when it was a thing, really a thing.
No, like
Like,
I vaguely remember something like that because I'm like the age demo where like anybody younger than me would have no idea what that is. And then
right.
people older than me might have some idea what that is. I have a very vague image in my head of that character. Beyond that, I know really nothing about it at all. It's such an obscure, weird reference. And the thing is, it's a reasonable investment of time and resources. I mean, I'm sure Molly Shannon did that on the arm. I don't think she charged him.
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
still, you got to get her there. You got to get her in costume. You got to write it. Like, it's still a reasonable investment of resources for what? For what? To be cringier than you would be if you're just shown up?
If you had just shown up. And again, taking shots at Trump when you didn't have the balls to do it in the room
Right. Yeah, exactly.
is a terrible look.
Yeah.
That's a terrible look. And then to do the woe is me girl boss thing. Me and my friends don't like that Trump says bad things about you. Again, when you don't have the courage to be in that room to play this victim, as if you're implying that's why you're not in the room because the mean man's going to beat up on you. Well, that really fills people with confidence in making you the first woman commander in chief that you can't stand in a room with a game show billionaire.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, we really want to put you in a room with Putin now. Yeah, wow, tough lady. The whole speech, the game of the House of the Dragon thing, it was just awful top to bottom. And again, what a stupid idea to have this very obscure SNL character with a failed movie from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Just awful. She would have been better off not doing anything. If she was going to send in a video, play it straight. It's
Right.
a charitable event. Yes, and you're doing great work and heal the sick and cure the blind and whatever you people do, resurrect the dead, all that. God
Right.
bless you. And that's it. Bye.
Yeah. That'd have been better than this.
Please clap.